But yeah, caring, understanding.
So it would be more
and
emotional.
resilience. Progressive.
Let me shut up.
But the thing is, because the reason I asked that question is 70% of the men in the group are single. And this group, 70%. Just put it out there.
That's what I would always give her.
But there's an exit plan in the back of your head.
There is an exit plan. I don't know how it's going to work because we're looking after 6 children together. 4 she made and 2 I made. So I don't know how the exit plan is going to work because we've got ties between us. You see what I'm saying? But if she does change, I'm going to figure out how to get
that I find very important that bring into a relationship are communication and respect, right? Those are the 2 key things when you develop in a relationship. Now, I'm not talking about the affection, I'm not talking about being in love, all of that will come anyway, or that's what you're going to bring in a relationship. But you have to be your own person. You have to be your own person, whether you have a career, whether you're structured, whether you're able to support the family and manage the family. If you can manage yourself, you can go into and manage your own family. So important that you have your own identity within yourself for stepping into a relationship. Whether it's your car, whether it's your own house, whether you have a career, and whether you know about, most importantly, do you know yourself? Do you know yourself as a person before stepping into a relationship?
And a lot of people do not know themselves, are not centered enough and spend time on themselves.
Because I'm going to finish. For me, in my experience, right, as I mentioned before, not having parents in my life for 40+ years, right, that's impacted on me growing up into an adult. So unbeknownst to me, I'm only discovering and developing myself for the past 2 years. So do I manage that in a relationship? Is that selfish to manage that while you're in a relationship? No, it's not, but it depends how you manage it.
A little bit about myself. I've been teaching for about 20 years. I have my own system that I developed called African Yoga.
You've been doing it longer for 20 years.
I've been doing it longer. Teaching. It's a long time ago, right? And I've taught a lot of people since then. I mean, there's many faces, and I've trained quite a few people. But the thing is that, what was I saying?
20 people training.
Yeah. Oh, right. So the idea is to So the idea is to teach a train 20 black men. The focus is black men because of well, you know the reason. I think you'll probably individually know why we need development, we need support, we need going into ourselves, having those opportunities to look at health, look at well-being. We also need ways and formats of how we can diversify our skills. I started a campaign in 2013, 2014. I came back into the UK from Uganda because I was living in Uganda for 6 years. And I started a campaign basically going on the road, rolling out the yoga mat in Brixton, in Halston, wherever there were brothers. I was rolling out a yoga mat and I was taking a couple of brothers with me and we were just stretching on the mat so that, you know, brothers would know. And I know this brother as well from back in the day when I was doing youth work.
You actually helped me start walking again, so thank you.
Really?
Yeah. That was before my diagnosis. I had bulging disc. I was not on any medication, and I was basically housebound.
We have to talk. Anyway, so
money. To go after funding to do yoga classes. For example,
Andover project.
and
Andover project.
Yeah, because Lambert, for example, they had this thing called Lambert Hub, which give out 2,500 pounds every so often. And I applied for something that, and I was the only guy out of all the women that were there within the men's walking tour. And I'm just saying that there are opportunities in boroughs that we can work together and help you support your borough, whatever you need to do. If you choose to go down yoga, whatever you choose to do, I'm just saying we can help each other. That's all I'm saying. And also there's the London Mayor who offers 3 years or 10 grand over 3 years, 5 grand and then 3 grand and 2 grand. But if you get separate things, and sometimes it's all about cut and paste, literally, it's about that. You can get money for whatever you choose to do. We can support each other that way. Because I've had 100 black men come in as well. I've been to their stuff, I've been to Mandem and I do believe everybody depending together. It lifts up the community.
Yeah.
There's all these different groups, and what I'm finding my issue in London, and in general, here in the UK, and we're all going for the same pots of money and what have you.
Right, competing against each other.
I'm saying, look, collaborate, get your projects off the ground, get your businesses off the ground, and support yourself, you know, and support each other.
Hi, Aki here. So we went to Tooting back park and the conversations. I mean, it was really around reparations and about getting reparations because someone went around getting reparations and it actually took them just I think 2.5 years of battling because if they actually were in the fit the category to get some reparations and it's not easy as it is. They had to go through with lawyers and it was a total battle, but they managed to get some reparations. Now, what came up was relationships, you know, how do you build relationships, romantic relationships, and I mean, I'm married, and it's not easy. It's a give and take, and sometimes you get things wrong. It's about investing time, and some days you have bad days, some days you have good days, but it's about two people in one space, that relationship, that framework, and it's to remember that although there are two people in that one relationship, there's still a separate entity. And each of these people have their own feelings that need to be validated, but yet they need to compromise and work together. And also agree to disagree. This thing about how, you know, remember the old West Indian about the man was right and man ruled the household, and yeah, you keep going that way, and the next thing you know, your wife is poisoning your food, or burning your food on purpose, you know. But seriously, it's a give and take. What also came up was substance abuse, addiction. You know, some people, because of the pressure they're under, they succumb to vices. Now, yes, we use vices sometimes to release some stress. You know, smoke a little marijuana here and there, have a little drink. But when you become dependent on these vices to alleviate stress, you can get addiction, like even porn addiction, addiction to marijuana, addiction to alcohol, addiction to drugs. So what may seem as a healthy way to release your stress and just, you know, have some nice, easy vibes, it can turn quite dark, morbid quickly when you depend on that vice to release the stress that you have or the tribulations you're experiencing, which sometimes can be on a daily basis, especially being a color and living in a low SES community. Another thing I thought is that Pablo came, who is a yoga instructor, and he's going to be teaching us some yoga, free yoga classes, and he's actually got his own system, and he's got a book out as well, so he'll be giving us some free yoga. So that's quite nice. To teach us how to take care of ourselves. Now, around reparations, we did go and help with the march. Some people didn't realize, but there was a march, or not a protest. Some people saw the protest, but it was a march from Brixton all the way to Oval. This happened about 2 months ago. About 2 months ago. It was around this to come to the end of summer. We took part in it, and some people asked me, like, why you took part in that reparations? What's your view on reparations? We did it because it was not just supporting the community, but for the safety of the children, the families that were on the streets. We were there as stewards, as security, just to make sure that no bicycles, no cars, and we worked with the police to make sure that the children were safe, the mothers were safe, and trust me, there's a few close calls where bikes were coming down Brixton Road, full speed, and luckily we were there, or else someone would have got seriously hurt. But we took part just to make sure that it was safe and well. Reparations, I'm not going to go much into it because there's a few more videos in the past about Troy Richards, which talk about a little bit about reparations. And there's another video coming out with Troy Richards that goes a little more into reparations and the reality of, is it going to really happen? And if there are reparations, what should we do with it? Seriously. How should we use it? How should the government, and do we trust the government to use the money rightfully that it will invest into making things better for people of color? Maybe student loans, maybe with taxes, maybe with the living crisis, heating bills. I don't know. Just ideas I'm throwing out there. But yeah, so that was it for Men Walk and Talk. And which is also part of Cares for Carers, if you didn't know that. And I do apologize that I have not done much videos lately because I've been quite busy doing my masters and also putting on shows. I am with the Black Men Consortium, and we had a lot of shows to do around mental health in the Black community. And we also have a show we have to do for the GLA, for the mayor's office. And we also had to do one for Black Friday, so Black History Month. So I do apologize. I will put up a video around the plays that we did. Does climate change affect the Black community? Until then, I'll see you for the next Walk and Talk. And yeah. Later. God bless. Masalama.